Hi, welcome back for another whiskey review with me, the Whisky Snob. Today we're going to be heading straight into the Glenrothes 25, a Speyside single malt, 43%. This 25-year-old is a limited release. It was released in 2007 and only 2,400 were released. This one in particular here had won the best new release in 2008 by the World Whisky Awards. Let's just open that. As you can see, this is a brand new bottle. I finished the other ones. Oops. But hey, whiskey's for drinking. I like Glenrothes. Glenrothes has quite an interesting story. The distillery's been around since 1879. However, it was sold, or the brand name rights were sold to Berry Brothers and Rudd. They're the wine merchants in London. Well, the smell that's coming out of there. And they use about 5% of the liquid that comes out of that distillery and bottled under Glenrothes. The rest of it gets sent to Famous Grouse and it gets sold on for other blends. I do love the bottles of these. They're like little bombs, aren't they? My particular favourite from Glenrothes is the 1991. This is the 25-year-old. It does have much older whiskies in there. And the one thing that I do enjoy about Glenrothes is that they enjoy a lot of the wood policies that they share with the Edrington Group, which is Macallan and Highland Park and those guys. So you get really, really good casks being used to mature their whiskey and to finish off their whiskey, which is quite exciting. Fantastic. 43%, like I said, so it's not very strong. It is quite citrusy, quite zesty, it's fruity. There's oranges and plums, some peaches, red berries, definitely a big wallop of vanilla. And then you pick up stuff like barley, and there's some hints of ginger as well, like ginger spice. It's quite cool. There's also the sweetness that comes out of this. It's like floral honey almost. And then some nuttiness, almost like almond. Yeah, almonds. There's nothing more than that. It's actually, it's very easy to smell. This is again another whiskey that you can just stick your nose into, and hey presto, 10 minutes later your nose is still in it and you still haven't had a sip. Obviously, I don't want to take 10 minutes sticking my nose into whiskey. I'm sure you guys have got better things to do, so I'm going to go straight in and have a little taste. Surprisingly, the initial sensation on the tongue is a little bit of dryness. You feel it's quite dry. It is sweet though. Almost like and then some aromatic spices, a little bit of nutmeg maybe, or aniseed. Nutmeg. It's actually, and it continues all the way through to the finish. The palate is not too complex, but it's actually well crafted. You do get that sweetness. You do get those classic tones from the Glenrothes. That sweet, that spiciness. You tend to find a lot of figs and plums on the Glenrothes, which you mostly find on all of their expressions. The spiciness is almost subdued by the dryness of this whiskey. But the finish is fantastic. The finish is still there. It's still going. It's still lingering. It's long. It's warm. It's but again, it is quite dry. You get some orange peel orange zest. And again, that dryness, and then the aromatic spices come through. This time, definitely aniseed. And there's a little bit of oakiness into it as well. You can definitely taste the wood. Fantastic whiskey. I definitely recommend trying this. I know they're few and far between. I'm just going to add a bit of water into there so we can just have a see what difference it makes. Wow, just a few drops of water in there really opened that up. A lot more citrus coming through. A lot more stewed fruits. The berries, the berries have come out quite a lot more. On the palate, it's given it another dimension, a lot lighter, almost like a vanilla fruit cake. Quite good. And the finish is still the same. Dry, long, warming, it's sweet. Some raisins, orange zest, you know, like when you make an old fashioned and you zest, you twist the orange peel. That's exactly what it tastes like. Fantastic. Thank you again for joining me for another video review. Please subscribe to the videos and please like them and leave comments if you have something to say. Thank you very much. Cheers.